Hello, everyone. Tim Gabauer, Superintendent of Mount Pleasant Area School District. And with me today for this segment is Patrick Rulon Miller from the Nutrition Group.
Morning.
Talk a little bit about the cafeteria services and food service and what you can expect and some things that can be helpful to the Nutrition Group as well as helpful to you as families as we go throughout the school year. So first, I know the application process is always one that we're really encouraging. So can you speak a little bit about the application process, the importance of it, and what have you?
Absolutely. So any family within the Mount Pleasant Area School District who feels that they may be eligible for their student to be at a free or reduced status for our lunch program is always encouraged to apply on the district website. The online application can be found under the department's page, food services, and then you'll actually find a link that will take you directly to the online application to submit for the free or reduced program. It is not simply a one-time per year affair. It is available to you at any point in the year if your family's economic status may have changed. So you can apply at any time during the school year.
Yeah, and there was a point where both lunch and breakfast were provided free to all students. That's no longer the case for lunch.
That is correct in the case of lunch, Dr. Gabauer. Last year, breakfast throughout the entire state of Pennsylvania was free to students regardless of their home economic status. I'm happy to say that this year it is the same. Again, breakfast will be free this year to all students. However, lunch will still be subject to the free, reduced, and paid status of your student.
Yeah, and we encourage all students to take advantage of the breakfast program. It's there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And it has been very well attended. Students have been taking advantage of it, so it's a great way to start the day. Yes. Sometimes you're rushing around, don't get that opportunity for any nutrition, and to get that in the morning is a great way to start the day for sure. So Patrick, how can families pay for their child's meals and how can they keep a positive balance? I know some folks want to keep a balance there so that their students have some flexibility.
Absolutely. So there's a handful of options that all of our families within the district have to keep their students' account balance in the positive. Now, also on the district website, there is a website called School Cafe where you can create an account for your student, and you can also deposit funds onto your student's account via the School Cafe app. However, if you do not prefer that method, you can also mail in check or money payment to the junior senior high school to me, care of the food service director, to have those funds placed onto your student's account. But you can also, if you choose to do so, send money in with your student, and your student will then give those funds, whether it's a check or cash payment, directly to the cafeteria staff in that building, and those funds will be placed onto their account that day.
So there are times whenever an account goes into a negative balance.
Yes.
What happens in a scenario such as that?
Well, so per state law, regardless of economic status or account balance, as long as the students have the components necessary to make their meal reimbursable in the eyes of the state, they are allowed to take that meal. If they are a paid status, yes, they are still charged for it, and it would apply to their account. And in the event that their account goes into the negative, I can say that my department sends low balance emails out as a notification on a weekly basis every Wednesday. Any account that has an account balance of positive $5 or less would receive a notification. And then also at the end of the year, especially for our upcoming seniors, you might get a list of outstanding balances. If a cafeteria balance happens to be owed on that, you would see it that way as well. That's more particular to seniors, though.
Excellent, thank you. And I know, Nutrition Group's been a strong partner for us for several years, and we've always appreciated you as our food service director. Do a tremendous job. As you move into the 23-24 school year, how is staffing lining up? Because I know that in several areas there's always concern for staffing. Is there enough staffing? So where do you sit coming into the year?
I'm happy to say that the food service department for Mount Pleasant, we are adequately staffed, but I would like to say to all the parents watching, we are always looking for additional substitute cafeteria workers. It's a great opportunity if you're a district parent. These are hours, these are shifts that are daylight hours. There's no evenings, there's no weekends, no holidays. If you have a student in the district, it could be a chance to make a little extra money for the household during the school day while your child is in school. With that said, I'm happy to say that we are adequately staffed, but we can always use more. Everybody's welcome.
Yes, thank you. And I know you've always done monthly promotions in the past. What are some of the monthly promotions that you do?
Yeah,
as nutrition?
so during the fall months, the nutrition group, we pride ourselves on what we call our farm to fork promotion, where your students will see usually once a week through the end of the month of October, different fall themed, whether it be fruit or vegetable type dishes that are kind of more, Pennsylvania specific. I don't want to divulge too much. I want the kids to be surprised. But we also have stuff like our Wellness Wednesdays, where it might be a featured vegetable dish that we don't get to offer the kids every single day. Just a chance to try something new. It's something that we also want to offer our Packer students as well as our buying students. And there's also things like our recipes of the month. There's also a couple of nutrition education programs that we also like to offer, especially at the elementary school level, just to educate students on healthy eating habits, and also to encourage them to want to get lunch here with us.
Sure, sure. So if families want to find out more about the nutrition group and what happens there, how can they get that information? And I'll make it twofold. Is the nutrition group going to be part of the Welcome Back nights coming up on the 23rd and 24th?
So on the Welcome Back evenings, yes, folks, you will see me at a table at Norvelt Elementary, along with DMJ Transportation, the other departments, with various paperwork. If you have any questions about the program, or maybe even about something specific to your student, I'd be happy to answer that. And then I will also be here at the junior senior high school, right outside of our serving line. I'm going to have the gates up. I'll be happy to give anybody a little tour of our serving line here at the junior senior high school. For those of you who don't know, there are a lot of choices that we try to offer our students here, so I'm going to be here to talk to the folks about that. But also on the district website under the Food Services Department is where you can find any additional information about the nutrition group, as well as district-specific information for our cafeteria program. But also, parents are always free to reach out to me directly via email. It's fsdcafe@npasd.net.
Excellent, thank you. And once again, I know the very first thing you'd mentioned was applying. So those of you that think it might be wise to put in an application, we would encourage you to do so. Take advantage of that opportunity if you possibly can fit there. And then anything else as we head into the 23-24 school year? Just an open-ended question for you there, Mr.
We're just excited that it's nice to know that COVID is really truly behind us. So we're excited to have the kids come back through just like last year. There's none of the social distancing or anything like that. We might be trying to implement a few new things this year as well, just to get the students excited about the program. And we hope to see all of you guys coming through.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate it. I appreciate everything you do. You've been a great partner, and look forward to having a great 23-24 school year.
Thank you, Dr. Gebauer.
And thank you for joining us.